I'm Sethuda Mlamba from Malawi. I work as land resource conservation officer. I've been here for 6 months. I came here on March and now we're about to go. My stay here has been so fruitful because we are undertaking the training on land restoration where it's part of the problem that we are facing back home. For example, we have the problem of deforestation, we have the problem of soil erosion, and also we have the problem of the low soil organic matter. Since I've learned some of the things here, I think when I go back home, I'm going to apply, and I'm also going to train my fellows so that at least we could be more doing the same activity of restoration. During my course, I did my study on factors affecting survival of agroforestry trees in Malawi. I did that because as the Malawi government, we are facing a lot of problems due to the way we cultivate our crops. So in order to counteract that, we have several NGOs, the government itself promoting agroforestry trees. But it's more or less like we cannot count for the trees after a year or more due to low survival. There have been a lot of research that has been happening in Malawi, but mainly the emphasis is on factors affecting the adoption of agroforestry trees. There's nothing concerning the low survival of the trees. So because of that, it was also my wish to find out what are the factors that affect the agroforestry trees. And I'm happy saying that I'll find some of the factors, and I think when I go back home, I'll really address it to my directors and my friends that maybe we could forge ahead to rectify those problems. Maybe somehow, maybe we could have a change.
My name is Dina Tumwebaze. I'm from Uganda. I work for Ntungamo District Local Government as a senior environment officer. I have been here for the 6 months training in land restoration and sustainable land management. And through this training, I have learned a couple of things. Actually, as I can say, is I came like a baby trying to stand up, but I have seen myself walk and even run because of the knowledge that I have gained in land restoration. I have been involved in land restoration for 10 years, but I have learned that really I was doing something contrary, because in land restoration it needs a couple of approaches, and within here we need to involve stakeholders. A bottom-up approach, it is the way to go. And at the same time, we have been actually for us imposing people on what to do. But I have learned that really we need to, but all the communities, the stakeholders must cooperate so that we can be able to manage our natural resources. Basically, my project was on assessing the perception of fringe communities in wetland management. And that is in Ntungamo district, and the case study was Rufuha wetland. And I had 3 objectives. One was to examine the values of Rufuha wetland, and the second one was examining the laws and regulations that manage Rufuha wetland and also the management approaches. The data was collected, and really the data is on table, and this is what it says. The people of Ntungamo Rufuha wetland, they are aware about the laws, they are aware about the values of the wetland, and they know that the wetland is important to them. They get food, they get, of course, fish, they get water, and all that. But then they are not aware about the laws and regulations according to the results that I got. And what does this one tell us is that we need a lot of sensitization. We need to involve them in the law formulation right at the bottom level from the initiation stage, and that the wetland management approaches that we are using in Itungamo district, we need actually to incorporate them. They talked about sensitization, enforcement and awareness, but then we need to integrate them. And if we are to manage Rufuha wetland, what I know is that we need to have such more trainings for other people to come so that they can also get the variety of the knowledge we have gained. From here, I will go back to my district, disseminate the results that I have got, and be able so that they will be working on informed decision.
When I was studying here, I did my research, basically getting data from different databases. And I stole that idea, and when I got home, I introduced the idea. And as we speak, the Department of Range Management department where I work, we now have a database. It is still at an infancy stage, but we are moving data and information into it as we are speaking. And also, before I came here, I was also involved in restoration activities, but the restoration activities were not giving us the result that we were hoping for. So since living here, we know that we have to conduct research so as we can base our activities on what research results tell us to do.
What were you hoping for?
I was hoping to broaden my knowledge in terms of data collection, data analysis, and then interpreting that data to the people, because 80% of the people in Lesotho live in the rural areas and they cannot understand abstract scientific material. So I was also hoping that out of that abstract material, I can help people low in the rural areas to understand it by using simpler terms or maybe pictures, things like that.
You're saying Lesotho is a little bit similar in climate like Iceland, or at least it's cold?
Yes, if I'm right, I think we are the only country in Africa that gets snow, real snow. Yes, and as we are speaking now, I think it has snowed for the past 2 days. Okay. Yes.
What are you doing in Iceland?
And now I was invited to attend the SER conference 2018. I was presenting a paper there. Yes, I gave a talk on rangeland degradation in Lesotho and potential benefits of land restoration in as far as the SDGs are concerned.